We're live. Mic on. All right. Morning thoughts. Morning thoughts. Morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to Asarin Odetta, Great Goodies, June O'Brien, D Mac, Sharon Ingram, Brickhouse is here. Annette Henry, thank you for being here this morning. Big up to everybody tuning in this morning. Thank you for being here. Senior Sexy is here this morning. Darlene Walter Riley, Lady J, Janet Stewart, Wayne Nathan. Audrey Wright is in the building, says morning fam and present teacher. Onika St. John Jones is in the building this morning. Michelle Howell is here. Vicky Victory, Jane Ander, Dorothy T. Karen Notice. Listen up. Call out name. We have a couple of things to talk about this morning. I know itching because I'm late. See? And I wanted to start earlier. Y'all notice you haven't seen any videos from me for my trip to Jamaica, my last trip to Jamaica. I have like 40 videos. I was filming extensively when I was in Jamaica the last time. So I got a whole lot of footages coming for you, but I'm going to compile them and make them into like, probably it's going to break down to about 10 videos. Up and out this morning, went to the gym, got it, feeling good, and here I am. Is one song is playing over and over. I've been playing this one song all morning, over and over. I play the song so much, so I start get pen and paper and write out the song. This thing with Bounty Killer and Mr. Vegas. I don't know, Mr. Vegas released a track yesterday called Run Up, or day before yesterday called Run Up. Somebody told me on the morning thoughts yesterday morning, SouFLo go listen to Run Up. I did. Me granny. Listen up. Me don't know. I'm thinking. Here's my question: is Bounty Killer ready for this? Because this look like they have woken a sleeping giant. This is the beauty about music, you know. People like Mr. Vegas, they're like multi-talented, and for so long, people have known him as a singer. So people are say him can't handle no war thing, cause sing him sing. I sing, so be sing. Rotted. I think Mr. Vegas just switched gears in his career, and he has now become one of the top contenders when it comes to war tune. And if you want to take it there, I never said this one you're coming at all. I didn't see this forwarding at all. I was not betting on him at all. From me here, Bounty Killer name call. Me say, yeah, Killer have this. Wish out Vegas I got this and a feel, but rotted. Run Up ain't the only one. Me did have to write out some of the my favorite part of Run Up, you know. Cause the one just he like, listen, Foota Hype get a beating tonight. Vybz Kartel get draw tonight. The Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Andrew Holness, is being asked to pardon Shawn Storm tonight because he need a writer for Bounty Killer because Bounty. Yo, listen, we're gonna go through that in a minute still. Some other things we're gonna talk about this morning is LeBron James. You know, I always like to see when brothers do good. Some people come on my channel and they're like, what that have to do with Jamaica stuff or Caribbean stuff? Hello, I left Jamaica a long time ago, right? And I like YouTube because you can be yourself here. You don't have to pigeonhole yourself and say, okay, so I'm only Jamaican. I was raised in the United States of America. I very much assimilated into the culture here. So, and plus, we live in a different world now. Everything is global. You know what I'm saying? So, what's happening here is also happening 1,000 miles, 10,000 miles across the waters from there, and everybody is on the same page pretty much. LeBron James, I'm going to talk a little bit about LeBron James, not just the fact that he created history last night, but the fact that he is like who he is off the court and an inspiration that a lot of us could look up to as well. You know, especially younger black males. They always say, oh, we don't have enough inspiration out there. We don't have enough people, good examples that they can follow. Man, this is a shining example. Give a brother his flowers while he's alive, too. We surely do give others their big old bouquets who don't even care about it. So give one of ours his flowers while he's alive as well. And I'm gonna need some help from the ladies this morning because me went into my favorite part of Jamaica newspaper thing entity, the Star, which has tell me, Pastor. Mm-hmm. That's why I came up with Dear SouFlo, but off of Tell Me Pasta, right? I'm not afraid to talk. So there's a story over there that I need the ladies' help with because I'm just a student of life. Like I said yesterday, I'm trying to understand some things. See? So I want the woman them in here this morning to be extremely honest in the comment section. And we're gonna talk constructively. Where do we start with this? I don't know. Little Red Gucci 2, shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Michelle Howell, big up yourself. And Lorraine Blair Baker, thank you for being here as well. And Pussy Galore, I love seeing you in here. Thank you for being here. She changed it from Pussy to Puss Galore. I mean, I know somebody must have told her stop saying that. Mm. It's funny when I have Gatorade in my cup and Powerade in my cup instead of tea in my teacup. And a tea me I drink, some Powerade so I don't get no cramps. And I stopped getting cramps now because the hard part of the workout thing, eating clean and all that is gone. Flush out some toxins out my body and all this. Anyhow, let's get on track. We're going to start off with just LeBron James. Let's start off with the good first. Let's save the other one for later because some people have to cut. And I understand that the dancehall thing, especially when it gets to the war part of dancehall, is not everybody's cup of tea. There's profanity in there. There is disrespect in there. There is all these kind of things in it. So I want to save that for later. All right. Shout out to LeBron James for being a stellar, a stellar example of all things possible. LeBron came into the NBA 20 something years ago. Damn, time flies, you know? And this kid came into this man, he came in as a kid into the NBA. I remember when LeBron was coming into the NBA, they said, is he ready for this? Because he's a child, right? He's just a big kid. No college, no former tutoring, training, preparation, no nothing. Just here's a kid that could really play basketball and they threw him into a man's world. Well, he handled that man's world so well. Look back now, 20 years of this journey to where he's at now, right? And not only is he with the same female he started this journey with, you know how much people change. How many partners have you changed over the last 20 years? Majority of the people that's watching this man has stayed with the same, or she has stayed with him too. We're gonna talk about that part as well. But he is finishing this with the same woman he started this with. Now this is LeBron James, hundreds of millions of dollars to his name, probably on the billionaires list now. Just doing super things, super athlete, super rich, super everything, lifestyle, super everything. But he's also a super dad and super focused husband. On top of all that, this man has, remember, he came into a grown man's game as a kid. His name has never been mentioned in a scandal. His name has never been mentioned in any cheating rumors, any derogatory, disrespectful, anything. His record is just squeaky clean. Now, to be young and to get all that money, a lot of people lose their way. A lot of people start doing wild things. And then you have the tabloids going crazy with who's being caught with who, whatever. Even the great Kobe Bryant got caught up and had to get back on track. You know what I'm saying? So, and all the others, if you name them and they were huge in this game, they got caught up. LeBron, squeaky clean all the way through. On top of that, and I admire him for that. On top of that, I would say shout out to his wife. They have this saying, right? Behind every great man, there's this great woman that's fueling his fire, kind of thing. And a king needs a queen, correct? Okay. So she holds the home front down and he does his thing on the court. It kind of reminds me of how today's generation of women want ready-made. They want the man must have it already. And if him don't have it, I don't want him. Well, this little girlfriend from junior high school to high school to the pros and all that, I gotta tell you, it must not have been easy on her. And shout out to her for not joining the BBL community, getting her body chopped up. I need bigger titties. I need some big booty. I need my face done, my nose, this, my lip, that. She stayed the same. This woman never took on social media, so nobody knows what she looks like naked. She's for her husband and for her family. She quietly runs this empire from behind the scenes, and she doesn't compete with her husband. She realized that she has a winner that can go all the way. So she knows how to change gears. Now, she's only human. I'm sure she had goals and dreams and aspirations for herself, right? But I'm sure she realized along the way that if she starts to indulge in all that, it would probably disrupt or even derail what it is her husband was trying to accomplish. Now, this is a true team player who understands sacrifice, who understands the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? This is huge. So big up to her without bigging up, without leaving the woman out. We still say big up to LeBron without leaving the woman out because she deserves a whole lot of credit. It's just like being in the military. When you have a military spouse, you better hope to God that when your orders come down and they're like, yeah, you're gonna be in Iraq for the next or Afghanistan for the next year, get your affairs in order. They double check all our stuff before we get ready to leave out. The life insurance policies are in place. Your will is in place. All that other stuff, right? You get ready to leave and then you're gone for a year. You better hope you don't have a wife that needs something in our hole every day or every other day or something like that because you just got free. She's about to have a party and share up ourselves until you come back. And us in there, we see it happen all the time. If you can imagine being gone from home for 365 days and you're only given 14 days to come back home, that's 2 weeks, right? That one of that 2 weeks you're trying to decompress because you're coming out of a combat zone. The next week, by the time you start to really enjoy your family, it's time for you to get back on that flight and go back into that combat zone. Real life stuff. I lived it. So that woman that's holding that front down, that understands the whole picture, the mission, she got plans, dreams, and goals for herself too. But she focused and she didn't turn herself into your competition. She turned herself into your assistant, right? And she said, together we can accomplish this greatness, babe. I'm gonna hold this part down. You go ahead and do your thing right there. I don't want you to have to worry about any of this. I'm raising your kids. Your babies are gonna be fine. Blah blah blah. I'll do all this when you're not around. I'm sure she wasn't cussing LeBron when he came home. You need to spend more time with the kids because I feel like I'm doing it all on my own. You need to this and you that. You see, that's what great women do. They assume that role. They play that position. When you see people out here, yeah, so what? So what? He pays all the bills. He still needs to take the kids to the park. He still needs to do this. He still needs to do that. One long list of stuff. And then that man is like, but what do you do? So you just want to sit down and be free. You're a mummy, right? So shout out to the women who handle that like that. Anyways, Los Angeles, long after he buried a historic 14-foot fadeaway. Now, for the sports fanatics, it was beautiful watching it. I remember him saying on an interview like a week ago, he said, yeah, the numbers are coming down. It's getting close. It looks like I'm going to be able to do it, but I don't want it to be on last minute of the game, on a free throw, and I missed the free throw. He went out in fine style, man. A whole lot of three-pointers. And LeBron was accurate. It looked like, you know, when somebody was made for a moment, this is your calling. This is what you were created to do. This is your lane. That's exactly what it looked like. It didn't look forced. And shout out to his team for understanding the mission. And everybody could have hogged the ball, but they were just assisting him all night. Here, King, go ahead, score. Here, go ahead, score. You got this. Score again. Score again. Let's beat this. I want to be on the team with the person who breaks Kareem Abdul Jabar's all-time scoring record that stood since 1980. How long? And boom, they did it. And they did it together. That's dope. It was teamwork. It was him being everything, because after all that happened, to see him bring his mom out And to see him, I thought his mom had passed away. I went back and revised his story. His mom hadn't passed away. His mom was ill. His mom got severely ill when he was hospitalized when he was in high school. And he said he didn't have time like all the other kids. You know, high school is time to go out and party, all this other stuff, enjoy a little bit of life. You're getting ready to go out into the world. And he was like, while they were doing that, he had to look at his siblings and say, yo, my mom's not here. So we're left home alone, and none of us are adult age. That means the state is going to come take my family, and we don't know where we're going to end up. So he had to hold home front down. This is when he had gotten in trouble, actually, because he started playing basketball for money so he could pay the bills and support his. And they found out, the league found out about it. And a recruiter had actually bought him, I believe it was a Hummer. And then they started questioning, like, wait, this kid is from the projects, a single mother home. Where did he get a Hummer from? Then they started digging. He almost did not make it into the NBA for that. But here he is 20 years later, squeaky clean record. We have to give it up to somebody like this. And yes, for those of you who be like, all of them go pro and then go get a white girl. No, he started off with the same little black girl. Not that it matters, because I'm the kind of person that I don't really deal with the skin thing. I kind of feel like you go where you are loved and respected at, right? A lot of people get caught up in the skin thing and end up doing this abuse stuff their whole life. I only want black men. And then they keep choosing the same kind of black men that keep whooping their ass every relationship till they get to the point where I don't even want a man no more, kind of thing. Well, maybe if you had tried something else, I don't know, it might have worked out for you. I don't know. Or maybe if you had fixed yourself, then try something else. Me don't know. I'm just saying. But at the end of the day, Los Angeles, long after he buried the historic 14-foot fadeaway jumper that put him alone atop the NBA's all-time scoring list and celebrated by raising his two arms towards the ceiling of Crypto.com arena, LeBron James got to relive his immortal moment through his son's eyes. Did I say how super of a dad he is? He is. He's so focused on his family, and I love it. His children, his sons, look like they're heading to the end. I think one of them already is. As the Los Angeles Lakers, they're going to the NBA too, right? As the Los Angeles Lakers star iced his joints late Tuesday night, Bronny James walked over and showed his father a video that he shot of the moment that his dad broke Kareem Abdul Jabar's scoring record. Oh, that's tough, he told his son. So they watched the record-breaking moment together. You got that saved? Send that to me, is what he told his son. Now, it was a fadeaway jumper, not a sky hook, ode to Abdul Jabbar, who invented the sky hook, right? But it was a fadeaway jumper, which is a signature move from Michael Jordan, actually. But to see him do it in a Lakers uniform, which is the same uniform that Kareem Abdul Jabbar did it in, that's another piece of history right there. And then to see Kareem Abdul Jabbar hand him the basketball, it was like passing on. It was from one generation to another generation of greatness. Kareem Abdul Jabbar also kept his record squeaky clean. He's one of those guys as well. He wasn't mixed up in any foolishness. He's not known for, brands run to people like these because their record is clean. So to see him pass it on to LeBron, it was like, yo, this is the moment. This is dope. Skyhook was Kareem's signature move. Yes, it was. And the fadeaway was Michael Jordan's signature move. Right? Michael would bump into you and then fall back and then shoot. That's that fadeaway. He would use the momentum off of the person that was guarding him. So he would bump into him, fall back and shoot like that. That's the fadeaway. For some people not really into basketball like that, but I'm saying for those who are, you know the difference between fadeaway, skyhook, and all that other stuff. I write the man in the arena on my shoe every single night from Theodore Roosevelt, he said afterwards. Tonight, I actually felt like I was sitting on top of the arena when that shot went in and the roar of that crowd. I'm not sure if I would be able to feel that feeling again ever unless it's in a game-winning final shot. everything just stopped. It gave me an opportunity to embrace it and to look around and seeing my family there, my fans, my friends. It was pretty cool. I probably can count on my one hand how many times I've cried in 20 years, either in happiness or in defeat. So that moment was that one for me when I kind of teared up a little bit. He said it was, I can't believe what's going on here, kind of tears. You know, when you're living in that surreal moment, like, wow, I'm really here. I really did this. This is my life. Wow. It's like you standing outside of your body looking in on your body. But shout out to him again. So we just giving him his flowers, man. Kareem Abdul Jabbar held the game ball and then handed it to LeBron James. The ceremonial passing of the torch is what we call that. And they posed for photos after and all that. I just want to say thank you to the Lakers faithful. You guys are one of a kind, he said to the fans who turned out in droves for a chance to see this once in a generation achievement. Remember, Kareem Abdul Jabbar set this record from 1980 something, I believe it was like 84 or something, and it hasn't been broken since. So, highly, many greats have come since then, played basketball, retired, and did not break or even get close enough to breaking that record. So, it's highly unlikely that a lot of us will see that record being broken again in our lifetime. We don't know, but we'll see. Steph Curry is up there. He's doing his thing. There are others, but at the rate that LeBron is going, and at top, he's still playing at top abilities at his age, right? At 38 years old, you're approaching 40. It's kind of like risky time for most professional athletes. So I was watching something last night and this morning where other great basketball players who have retired now, recently retired, they're like, yo, for him to be able to still be playing at the way he is playing now at 38 years old, approaching 40 soon, that shows you, that alone shows you he's next level because he's never had a surgery. He's never had major injuries. He's kept his body. And Vince Carter said he has invested millions of dollars into his body, into keeping his body healthy so that he avoids injuries. And that's a lesson that they've learned from him and they wish they had done the same. You know, a lot of them, you get that money, you go out, you party, girls are behind you, you're like, yo, okay, so we got game tomorrow, then we got practice, but we got this party that's going down tonight. And you see them girls that's gonna be there? And they live, you know, kind of wild at first, and then it all goes downhill because the training combined with the alcohol consumption and smoking of the big cigars and the staying up late without rest and all that other stuff. There's a thing they say about LeBron James. He stays nowhere, but he appears everywhere. So he'll take 50,000, 100,000 just to do an appearance at an event. They say when LeBron does an appearance at your event, he literally comes through the front, walks in slow motion so everybody sees him. Oh, damn, LeBron's here tonight. VIP gonna be turned up. He goes right through the back door, back into a limousine, and back to his house, or back to wherever his family is, or back to training, or back to a training camp, or whatever. So he's not the hangout type. He's always around his family, his wife, and his children, and that's just his life. That takes dedication, that takes focus, that takes closing out all the distractions and wanting to be the best husband you can be, the best father you can be, and the best man you can be. Best athlete in your league and the best man that you can be. So again, shout out to him. King Big says LeBron spends over $2 million a year on nutrition and training. Correct. So, and that's what Vince Carter was talking about. So if you multiply 2 million per year times 20 years, you have the math right there. You have to invest it back into your body because your body is the machine. And this machine is supposed to take you to where your dreams are and you want to go. And you can't go there unless you're fit and healthy. And he understood that from day one. He didn't just rely on, oh, it's genetics and I'm big and I'm strong. That only lasts so long. We all know that. Gravity takes a toll, and then what used to be kind of pan stiff start pointing down towards your toes. What used to get up don't get up the way it used to get up no more. The body changes over time, right? But he invested a lot into his body to take him through his journey. But it's well invested because 40 mil over 20 years, let's say, do the math, he's made billions over the years. So kudos to him. And it ain't about the money. It's more about the principles that he stood for and still stands for. Let's not even start to talk about his charity works and how much he gives back to his own kind. You know what I'm saying? And he has put his neck on the line quite a few times where it could have really hurt him, like Kyrie Irving, where it could have really hurt him. You know, I remember, what's that president name? Mr. Orange Man. I remember Orange Man Donald Trump saying, LeBron made a statement and he was like, yo, this is happening too much. And the problem is it's happening too much to only one set of people. And I feel like I'm at the point now where I can't take this anymore and I have to say something. You know what President Orange Man said? Donald Trump said? He says, shut up and dribble. We don't pay you for your opinion. We pay you to play ball. When the president comes at you and says, shut up and dribble, we don't pay you for your opinions. We pay you to play ball. That tells you a lot, right? So for the people who are like, LeBron James a sellout because he didn't stand up for enough. What you want that man to do? Sacrifice all he did to get his family, which is what you're supposed to do, to get his family to a better socioeconomic place for generations to come. So one day they could turn around and say, yo, we got old money. My daddy got this money back in 2000 and whatever, 2023. It's 2060 something. We richer than ever before, right? Grandchildren rich, that kind of stuff. He was supposed to give up all that so he could go jump on the front line for a lot of people who really didn't care for him or care about him. You won't even stand up for yourself. So I see why somebody like him has to carefully choose what it is you're saying. You lose that whole bag. It's the same people that are going to be saying, oh, I remember when he was the Look at him. He broke now. They wouldn't even donate $1 to your well-being, right? So you got to protect that world, your family, and then still be some kind of an advocate in some kind of a way. It's a tricky situation. Tricky situation. But end of the day, man, big up to LeBron James. We respect you. You truly are king, and you run this for real. Now the talk is who's the greatest of all time. That's up for debate. LeBron don't have enough rings as Michael Jordan. And there are quite some other things that he hasn't done yet that Michael Jordan has done already. But we'll see where this one goes because he's still playing and he's still going to be putting up them numbers. By the time his career is over, that all-time scoring number record is going to be really, really hard for somebody to beat because the season still got a lot more to go. And he's showing up every night, averaging 30, 31 points per game. Just saying. All hail the king. Onika St. John Jones says, I'm proud of him. He has school where parents and students get help. Yes, inner city schools for underprivileged children, and his schools are ran differently. It's not just, he just throws some money at a project and say, open up a school over here. The schools are well funded. The people who he put in there, he's hands-on with it. And the people who he put in there are experts at what they do. Inner city kids receive their behavioral counseling, and counselors are there to walk these children through a shoulder they can lean on, somebody they can talk to. Not only that, those who are struggling to learn, they don't just get put to the back of the class because, oh, you can't keep up. They get that one-on-one, bring their grades up, and all that other stuff, prepare them for the future. So he is really, really investing in not just himself and his family, but a lot of others that are just like him. And you got to take your hat off to that. Give back. That man gives back a whole lot. A whole lot. Big up to him for that. He's also part owner of the Liverpool club. Wow. He's part owner of a lot of stuff, though. You know, if you look at his investment portfolio, we could go on and on all morning talking about that. But now we're getting into his money and all that. And I didn't want it to be about his money. I wanted it to be about the principles he stood on from he was a teenager until now, almost 40 years old. That's what I wanted to focus on. So if you're out there looking for an example, here's a man right here that shows you that it can be done. And he did it. And for a woman, look at LeBron's wife. She did it, right? That woman is nowhere to be found. Like you don't see a bunch of pictures of her. I could pull up most super athletes. I can pull up their wives, and I can pull up their wives in thongs, and I can pull up their wives in this and that on social media, getting her body done, doing this and the other. His wife could have more than done all that, but she didn't. She just low key, and she operates from behind the scenes, and she makes sure that she helps her star to shine. Because when he wins, she wins. And she understands that. She goes places a lot of people can't afford to go. She lives a lifestyle most people can't afford to live. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's a lot of work behind the scenes. LeBron is only human. I'm sure when he loses a game and he comes home pissed off and he's breaking stuff, she got to deal with that. I'm sure when he doesn't feel like being around her, it's still a normal couple. Y'all know how marriage or relationships go. It ain't every day you in love, but you still in love kind of thing. So you got to deal with all the dynamics of all that too. So big up to her too, right? Right. Yep. With their dolly bodies, LOL. Yeah, she could have done that. Not true? King Big said the man built a school, built up his own community, donate enough money, and raise his own family. Facts. Not only raised his own family and brought them into those projects, those for the underprivileged. So they're hands-on with it with him. So they know that, yo, I watched an interview where he said it was important for him to do that for his kids to see, because they're born into money, but he was not. And one of his biggest fears is that they would run through his money and waste it. Just like Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal said, you got to have 3 degrees to touch my cheese. That's what that's what he told his kids. And here we go again. Oh, he's talking about Freemason, and you have to be 3 degrees in to Freemasonry. Why do we do that? Every black person that's successful, wildly successful, oh, they sold their soul. How about we witnessed 20 years of dedication and hard work? You think he sold his soul? 20 years, 2 decades of dedication and hard work, and you still say the man sold his soul to get to where he needs to go. Everybody else, they didn't sell them soul. They worked hard, they got there, big them up. But any one of ours, nah, he sold his soul. He sold his soul. Shaq said, you got to have 3 degrees to touch my cheese. That man is talking about an associate degree, a bachelor's degree, and a master's degree. When you get that, then you can. I got money. You don't. I'm rich. You're not. That's that's what he told his children, and he sticks by it. So, I mean, big up to them, man. It's about integrity and character and morals. Getting your body done wouldn't change any of that. Well, getting your body done wouldn't change any of that, but I don't know. A woman who loves herself and respect. This is just my opinion. A woman who truly loves herself and respects herself, the last thing on her mind is getting body done. Honestly, you 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 go to get your body done is a risk you're taking, where people lose their lives just getting their body done. You're so preoccupied with how your body look. Where do you find time when you're raising multiple children to think about when you're going to have to do the surgery, and then how long it's going to take for you to heal up from the surgery and all? Your husband wants sex. Your children needs mommy. You know, where you're gonna take a break from being a wife, from being married, from your marital duties, from all that, so you can go fix up your body. I'm just saying, there's a lot that goes into that. It's a whole mindset that goes with it. And this whole fix up your body thing is a new thing. So it's just like everybody starts wearing this kind of shoes. So I see you out in this kind of shoes too. You could have avoided that. You could wear something else. I'm sure your mind told you something else looked good, but there's that other part of your mind that wants to be with the crowd. So of course, there you go, fitting into everything that everybody else, whatever is trending, is fitting into. That's just my opinion. I mean, and end of the day, if you're a woman and you want to get your body done, your body, go slice and splice, go dice and dissect, go put in and take out and fix in. Your thing. I don't care. It means nothing to me, right? If wifey want to get fair body done, a fair business that too. Wouldn't really mean nothing to me. I'm just not attracted to fake bodies. If I'm hitting it from the back, I want to slap your ass and it bust for me. You know, I don't want to. I like when even my wifey. I like when she got her regular hair, not when she put on. And she looked good either way. She looked good when she put on the weave and the makeup and all that stuff. But I prefer if she had her regular hair because me want whole hair, and if me want pull hair, me know say stitching now go come out and the whole thing now come off in my hand and these kind of things. I'm just that kind of guy. I don't know, but I mean, whatever makes you feel good, go ahead. I'm just saying. With that, I'm allowed to have an opinion, right? With that said, somebody has said, all right, so flow, stop before you go too far now, then problem run about. May I stop right now? Anyhow, jelly all over your belly, so flow. Yes, 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 yes. Natural is best. Hey, hey, to whoever wants to, go do your thing. I ain't stopping you, and I'm not offended. I don't even care. With that said, I'm gonna need the ladies' help with this one. See, we're gonna see if the bounty on Mr. Vegas thing. Why Mr. Vegas? I don't think Bounty Killer ready for this. I don't know. And I know somebody is saying, "Oh, that eat that boy so flow about not ready for this." I don't know who would be saying that. I have an idea who might be saying that, but I don't think Bounty. I don't think Bounty ready for this. I don't think he saw this coming. Anyhow, let's talk about this one. So I wake up this morning, right? I mean, I go through some things and I see my partner no longer satisfies me. Now, this is something I think we need to talk about. You know, a brethren said to me one time and said, you know why the church is in the shambles that it's in? Because him asked me, you go church so flow? I said, no. Him said, no, you say you did raise in our church. I said, yeah, I was raised in the church, but I don't go to church no more. And I haven't been to church in years. No, man, you have to go back every now and then, man. Go. I said, for what? I already know what's there. I've been to church inside out, upside down. How much more go back? Me need to go back. And we got into a conversation of talking, and he said, the important things in life are not discussed in church. Like, what church do you go to where the pastor is teaching financial wellness to his audience, to his people who come to church on a regular basis? Is pastor having classes telling you what stocks he's invested in and how you can invest also and turn over your money? Is he exploring business ideas with his church family? Is he trying to get everybody financially wealthy and all that? No, I'm just come and beat down the same Bible verse them and his definition or interpretation of it over and over and repeat, right? And then there's another thing that's very important in life, which we find offensive to talk about in church. But church is supposed to be about guiding life, right? So, how sex left out of church? It shouldn't be left out of church. It should be discussed in church. Being married comes with aging together because we understand that marriage with a vow is a vow taken before Almighty God and mankind. So this thing is not to be taken frivolously and it's supposed to last for life, right? So here we are in church. We have to go through with the church people them what to look for in your marriage. And when you bump into these things, how to handle them. That's why you have, and listen to me. Enough people me know what we tell us at church, the freaky woman them there. How they know this? You think they making this up? They're not making this up. People in there pent up. All their stuff is pent up. Every time we are only position you want to do is just missionary cause, missionary, and we can't do nothing else and me this and me that and the Lord this and Jesus that and come on man. And then she know want wear no little sexy nighty and lingerie and negligee cause this a man over here. So I tell her about whores and harlots of Babylon. Wear them something there and take it off. And then the bedroom not spicy no more, then the man not turned on anymore. He don't even realize he ain't turned on no more. Men are visual creatures, okay? And I think every woman should know that. So you have to show him something to make him eye them pop. Men are visual creatures. See? So if you start follow some of them pastor here talk about don't wear this and don't do that and don't do mash up your marriage, my friend. Pastor said. Pastor said. Not, not true, Stash? Pastor said. Which woman can tell me about Pastor said? Yo, yeah, turn around. About Pastor said. No, Pastor said we mustn't do it from around the. I think we have to go do it from this more often. About Pastor said. Pastor, they am here that do all the things where I tell you nothing do, by the way. But okay. Why I think if the first lady is always up there with our big church hat and she just smiling? Because she knows that her husband probably swindling half hour and all the money is coming to her. Plus, everything when tell Uno don't do, she well satisfied. She good. She good. So the better take all that with a grain of salt here. And then pencil swell. Exactly, very true. My husband tell me that the pastor doing worse. No must. He is. You must think first lady will sit up there and talk about, oh, I can't have none of this and you don't do that. And but show me. I bet you tell him, open the Bible because you're a man of God. Open the Bible and show me which part while she a cock up on position. Because if you can't show me it in here tonight, you draw hot here when you're done. Show me in here where it says that you must not do. I can't find it. Pastor, flip Bible page from now till cause Jesus Christ. She said, yeah, get your mouth right already, cause show me, find it. Find it, Leroy. Find it. You see, you can't find. Be sure they're around so somewhere in a revelation or something, man, when the world did that end. Or something. Because a harlot and whore's behavior, them they are try bring into our bedroom, and our bedroom is blessed. And it's only Jesus supposed to be in here with us. And not Jesus, not in there. Two man you want in there, you alone me want. Come, show me, find it. Big problem in them bedroom. Pastor can't find it. Pastor have to preach. On his knees. Anyhow, this article right here, sorry to say, but there's a lot of hypocrite pastors around. True, there's a lot of hypocrite church people around. Nobody don't want to discuss sex. Nobody don't want to discuss marital issues. Nobody don't want to discuss that Mas Rowe turned 65 and his strokes is not the same anymore. And Miss Bertha, who he's been married to for the last how many years and decades, she's still randy and raunchy and wanty. And them whole marriage a pop up. Because now she come church every day, skirt I get shorter in her old age. But I look good for 50, don't I? And see her give pastor the flashes. And I look pastor up and down because pastor clean every Sunday, And he's a man where she listen to every word what I'm saying. So the next thing after that, him sexy now. Pastor look good now. So pastor get winks and he getting tempted. Pastor fear pray harder. Because he might wonder, I want to Miss Bertha eye them. Either she wink me off or cataracts them a key. I don't know. But I saw you go. You have to talk about these things. Here, my little article now. Real G, big up yourself. I appreciate you. Thank you. Foolishness about only one position. Eye to eyes. Yeah, and that is it. Mind you, there's a certain religious group out there where anytime you call their name, you get in trouble because them wield all kinds of powers. But I was privy to learn that there's a sect of them that literally cut a hole in the sheet. And lay it over their wife. So don't want to see the rest of her because I don't want it to corrupt my mind. And them push them do that, do through the whole and do what them have to do center. And the only time they actually do the do is when it's time to make another baby. True thing. When we hear that first many years ago, I was like, Allah, yeah, tell nothing go so. Who can live like that? I'm gonna look this up. So I start talking to some people. I was living in New York, right? So up there in Crown Heights, you have, if you know how Crown Heights set up, so some people live down the road there, so with them nice community and everything like that. So you start frequent the area and talk to people and stuff, and it's actually true. It's actually true. Me now, if you go take my bed sheet, cut hole in it, put you over my wife and tell her, I don't want to see the rest of you coming. I want you corrupt my thoughts. Put the hole right. Put you over your put the whole sheet over for your hole. All right, you ready? All right. What? Why? Yo, we don't tear up that sheet there. But let's try this, babe. Anyhow, hear this. I'm gonna need y'all help. I'm gonna need the women's help. And men, you probably need to listen at this point, okay? All right, because you're not a know-it-all, and I've said this before. Sometimes you need to listen more to your woman, or even ask her. Nothing wrong with that. Ask if am I doing okay? You want me, do anything you want. Some man get offended real quick. Like I believe we did a Dear SouFlo where the woman did say every time she asks for, like, I don't remember the letter, but I think it was a different, like, if she assert and she said, babe, I could do it this way. My boy go, meow. He's like, and she's like, SouFlo, he's very able. He's very able-bodied. I mean, we're in the middle of doing the thing, and just the fact that me suggest, say, so I don't have no say. I literally have to do like everything when him say, only when him say. I mean, I have no say. Like me can't moan too loud. Me can't say go on like me I enjoy it. Me can't say right that's all. Me can't say nothing. And as soon as I do, some of y'all are like that for real. I need to stop. Right? She have as much say as you do. I feel her body. She's letting you partake of it. So I think she has a right to say, like, she wanted like this, or she wanted like that, or let's try this way, or let's try that. Now, somehow no man too wicked and crass. I don't know how to say stuff right. So maybe, and that's a sensitive moment for a guy. See? So maybe you said the wrong thing, and the way how you say it and something is. Let me get into this story real quick. All right, so the story goes like this. It says, I enjoy reading your column all the time. I'm 41 years old and I'm in a committed relationship with my partner. There is something on my mind, something is bothering me of lately. Listen up. I'm not feeling any sensation when I am having the SE something the word with him. I went to the States for a few months, and since I came back to Jamaica and we resumed doing the do, I don't want to say the word. Since we resumed doing the do, I can't feel anything. SE has always been amazing with my partner. And I'm speaking this from my heart. I had SE several times just to find out what is the problem, why I'm not feeling anything. I don't need to lie. I have never cheated on my partner, but this is really bothering me. I can't tell him how I feel though. I don't know how to say it to him. I don't want to excuse him of anything, or I don't want to accuse him of anything. But see, comment section I start a while, I don't want to accuse him of anything, and I don't know how to say it to him. I kept asking myself, what was wrong with me? SE blank has never felt like this. What is the problem. The only thing different that I have done in the last 3 months was I was away from Jamaica and I was going to the gym while I was away. I don't have anyone to talk to about my problems. I'm afraid that if I say it to anyone else, it would be used against me if we were to have an argument or so. So this a part of our life, she keep it to herself. She just yo, King Big King Big say it broke. The kitty broke. He'll have no more feelings. He'll have no more feelings in the sensation gone. This is why I need help from the ladies because there's a couple of things that could be happening here, right? I mean, I'm no expert, but I did study some anatomy and physiology and the biology and these things, so me have a kind of an idea. Plus, I've been on Earth for quite some time now, so I think me have like a couple of things could have been going on here. The man said the kitty broke, like when your remote broke for your TV. Then we have to get a new remote. Not to call Spectrum, cause this not change the channel them no more or nothing. The remote broke. I know. Oh, she said she's 41. She's 41. That's why I need the ladies to chime in on this, cause I've never been a lady, so me don't know what could I not go on this up. And you know when people say them something here, usually this is stuff that's happening. We're humans and we are having a human experience. And I tell my audience all the time that whatever you're going through, there's somebody else that's going through the same thing, right? So sometimes it helps to talk because you hear somebody I say describing exactly what you're going through. Now you might not even have to tell your own business. You just listen to them and then you hear solutions. Just like when me I say, yo, me no want to use the kind of deodorant them no more because I'm reading the ingredients and then late night I'm up one night and a commercial come on. They have this thing from men that you're supposed to rub under your armpit like a deodorant and it's supposed to make your teely wheelie rock. And I'm like, wait, if I could rub something under my armpit up your so and it travel go all the way down there so to make that work, that means whatever I'm rubbing here might be traveling all the way down there. And I just me, I put one and one together, right? So I said, you know what? Let me pull out my deodorant them and look on the ingredients, look them up and see. And I started finding some very harmful things in there. So I said, okay, I'm not using these anymore. Me dash them away. And I came to my audience and I spoke about it. And somebody tell me about lime and lemon. And I'm like, no, because when we there Jamaica, we are laugh after people armpit. We used to say you're green. Yeah, boy, your arm green like lime. And it's supposed to mean that your armpits stink, right? And lo and behold, a natural remedy right in front of my face all along. So when we talk out to problem them, we usually get solutions or we hear others going through the same thing and they're like, yes, SouFLo, me too. That's what the whole of them something there. Me start use lime and me not have no more problem. I don't even sweat under my arm anymore. I'm a person that sweats easily. And I go try it and it actually work. To this day, I lime me I use under my arm them again. See, I keep the sweetest stuff, natural oils and stuff, and I might dab them on my clothes and spray upon my clothes, but not upon my flesh. See? So what go on with she? The ladies them need for help with her. She's 41. She said she went away for a couple of months to the States. And when she came back, her and hubby, they're doing their thing and she can't feel nothing. And she was puzzled. So she made sure they did it quite a few times just to see if maybe it was a one-off or maybe it's her. She don't know. She had tried to figure out is it him or is it me? She didn't tell us anything about him not being able to. She just not feeling anything. So what I want to know is, does it lose sensation there? Because for men, you know, we lose stuff. God is a jokey God, that I'm telling you. Yeah, God love sit back and watch these things and laugh. Cause why you create man and then pop with them and that thing right there and we can't do nothing to it, with it. We have to just stare upon it and then take embarrassment when woman start tell you about come now and you can't come. Come give me some now, you can't get nothing. You know, that's that part of life. Human body go through changes. Kaz Robinson says, not that I'm aware of. And then Henry says, age and the amount of children you have, and you do not exercise. So what I say is it probably like lose elasticity and like him going there. And you know, I had a young lady write me, and she said, SouFLo, and I shared this with you guys before, but we have to keep going over these stories because some of you might not have been around. She said, SouFLo, every time me and my man get together now for years, listen, Jamaica she come from, she talk just like this. Me and my man get together now for years. As a man, no one asks you something. Me say, go ahead, shoot. She said, every time we get in an argument now, like for the past year, him always call me out of my name. But him call me big gal, big mussy, tussy, wherever you want to rhyme that with, you know what I talk about gal. And she said, you know, she find it disrespectful and thing, but bigger than that, it hurt because she thinks something did okay and he didn't enjoy it and these things. So I said, maybe because he angry or whatever. And she said, then me ask her, I said, do you have children? She said, yes, me have. I think she said she have 3, right? And she did have her 3 picking them like back to back to back. And I say, are his children them? And she said, yes. I said, how long ago you have the children them? She tell me. It was close to the time. Like they picked them not too long ago born. But him, I tell her, say, your body supposed to over that by now and snap back already and this and that and the other. 3 kids back to back, all vaginal birth. So I used that analogy for her. And I remember telling her, first I said to her, I said, that's wicked of him. And it is because a woman's body needs time to heal. A vaginal birth too, a woman's body needs time to heal completely to come back to what you consider to be normal. And you breed this woman back to, yeah, kudos to you for staying with her and for raising your children with her. But now is when arguments start. And you know, some people will tell you the truth only when they're angry with you because he doesn't know how to approach her and say, babe, I don't really feel nothing down there, so you know. I don't know, maybe you need to go do some Kegels exercises, maybe you need for this, that, and the other. Maybe he himself doesn't even know what those are. Him just know say, yo, when I go there, I don't feel nothing, right? So having that conversation that could be uncomfortable on both sides. It's just like a woman telling her man, like, I don't know, you went soft. And I don't know if it's something in your diet, something, whatever, but you used to be like, I used to be able to feel like pressure, something, you know, feel nothing. So in this particular, and I used an analogy. I had a screw and I had a bolt. And I told the sister, I said, a screw, right? When a bolt that fits that screw is introduced to the screw, the bolt, the buck. You have to screw, turn the screw to get it through the bolt. And that's the right fit for it. And it'll hold it, right? I said, if you keep on introducing that screw to that same bolt, and you screw in, screw out, and you keep doing that. If you do that over years, after a while, them ribbings that on the inside or whatever, they're worn out. Equate that to a body, that those will be muscles, lining, whatever you want to call it. They're worn out. So now when you go for the screw just slamming that bolts up and gone all the way through. And then if you leave it alone, it just drop out. No, like you don't need to do nothing. So now you start looking at it and you're like, damn, you need one new screw. You need one new screw. But I'm not trying to tell her to go get a new screw. I'm just saying, I was trying to tell her that if you keep, and this is marriage and long term, especially for those of us who feel like we want to go at it 24/7. Like sometimes it's good to give it a rest. Like give your partner a rest and you rest yourself too, right? Make y'all want each other more. You know, a relationship reach a point where you don't really want to do it. But you just feel like, oh God, me have to go do it because me know say it's been a week already. I'm sure she wants some. And that's my job. I'm supposed to give her some kind of thing. I'm sure women are thinking the same way, right? Like, oh, I'm not feeling it. I'm so busy between taking care of the kids, cleaning up the house, going to work, doing this, doing that. But I have to find time to give him some because, and she's not really into it. She got to pretend like she into it so you can enjoy it. Good women do that, right? Men do the same thing. Men do the same thing. So if that want is not there, that ferocious want is not there, and you're just a routine it can get to that place where it's like, I'm not even feeling nothing, but you know, and you get to turn off the light so you can't see the face. I go, it you know, get to that point. And these are the things that I think we need to be discussing. Like church needs to discuss them something at all. So I don't know. She just not in it anymore, you think? Veronica Gale says she's probably just not into it anymore. Let me read some of these comments. Mad about holding a sheet. Like, LOL, me want to enjoy this session. This session on view. Right with your King Bigs. Kaz Robinson says, not that I'm aware of. When I ask, does it go dead, numb, or something as you get older? Onika St. John Jones says, is she numb down there? Did she try other things like his fingers or whatever? Me no know. All she said in this thing is she made sure that they did it several times just to find out what the problem is and why she's not. That's a good question. That's a good question because if she's able to feel whatever she introduced to that space, toys, fingers, whatever, if she's able to feel that but she's not feeling him, then it might be a he problem and not a she problem. Also, live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo. How are you?
Morning, fam. Doing great. How are you
My
doing?
brother.
All
All
right.
right. And me at the moment, I always call you, make a quick one. Just don't spend a minute with one. Just want to keep up the good work. All the best in the new year.
Manas.
As a Jamaican,
Mm-hmm.
going back and forth between Africa and Jamaica and Europe,
Mm-hmm.
I had an experience where an old African woman in South Africa sat me down. And she told me that there's a thing called yoni, the
No.
bush. And I brought it back to Jamaica,
No
brought it
name.
back into Germany. That's yoni, just like noni, but it's spelled with Y. And that bush, women, tell the truth, my grandfather teach my mother how to douche. So in our family, the woman and the man them close. So as a man, I never want to be the first person to talk. My granny grew me.
Say.
And that bush when name Yoni, Y-O-N-I.
Yoni.
Every month after your period as a woman, you're supposed to use it. As I said, they give the thing a rest sometimes, because we don't want the thing tread out.
Say.
But it's more than that. As men, sometimes we believe these things to women, but it's good for this to the women. The whole woman taught me that the yoni is the thing we clean, keep the vaginal passage clean, and also sensitize the woman's vaginal passage in the sense that it pulls it back together. Because like when you use blue soap at Jamaica, so you think kind of get the friction hit it.
Yeah, blue soap just dry it out though. That are gone.
Right, right. But what I am now, you're going to restore the flora of the thing. Put it away. I don't want to go too deep in the woman thing, but I want to get the woman in Jamaica that the YONI, the woman of the diaspora. Go back to Africa. Anybody of Africa can say it from Botswana, Namibia, South Africa, Malawi. The name Yoni, YONI.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
Very important. All right, bless up.
All right, my brother. Thank you. Manas.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, see, we don't know everything. I'm going to tell you something, right? My Trini Virgin, them in New York. I remember when Trini come in there and said, damn, Bob one day. The name of the bar, let me write this down. I might have forgotten. Bob one day. And a brother did say him I got Trinidad in and him bring back some for me, but my mailbox at the post office, I was ripping and running at the time in and out of Florida and thing. But brother, if you're out there, I'm ready. You can send me it if you have any. Send some come my way again, or send some come my way. But it was a Trinidad Virgin that told me about Bob one day, and I never heard about this tree bark before. So when they produced the tree bark, the man give me a little piece and him say soak it in a bottle of rum. And you know, like half hour so before you take a shot, just a shot. And him say, make sure you don't do more than this much. Well, I was young and dumb at the time, We are look for ways for go the distance and these things. Listen up. Me no know why me take about 2 corkscrew at the something. And me I tell you, all my life, and I never touched that thing again. All my life, I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital because the something couldn't come down. Couldn't come down. It's a serious thing. It's not no yohembe. Me know about yohembe. Me know about ashwagandha. I know none of them there. It's a tree. Them have it in a Trinidad. I don't know if them have it in a Jamaica named Bob one day. And it work miracles. So for the brother them out there who might not be getting enough blood flow to that area or whatever, go link up some Trini brethren and I'll ask them if them can ask the grown Trini man them about that something they name Bob one day. Yes, I crave, yes, and me never listen to people. Me take one little corkscrew first, honestly, and I feel like, you know, when you set up and you get ready and you wait for her to come over, because you know, say she gonna fling it, give me and me, I kill it, you know. You ready up yourself and thing, you go shower and you put on your sprups and here get cut that day there and everything and locks me, they have them time, my locks put up good on these things. And me I get ready, take a little props, me not feel nothing. Half hour gone, I don't feel a thing. Take a next little props, 2 cock full now. And that ratted get up. And it wouldn't go down. And I wasn't thinking about nothing. And all when box this so and bend it down so and it come back up so and me, yo, it's a serious something. So whoever get it, don't misuse it and then blame me. I'm telling you that is a serious thing. As far as the woman them go, I can't speak on the vajay because I don't have one and I don't know what she's experiencing with that numbness where she can't feel her partner anymore. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Manners from
Yes, sir.
talk to now.
Yeah, man. See your stuff on
Whether you have it on speaker, Bluetooth or something.
No, man. That's serious stuff we can't talk about, man.
Yeah, man, a real thing, man. Enough relationship mash up because people can't talk to them significant other, you know, and no satisfaction, not there no more, no joy, not there no more. And them start form connection with other people outside of them relationship. And next thing you know, a real life thing we are talking about.
Really? And the man them need to start take care of themselves, brother. The man them still talk about how much beer them drink or how much floss them floss, but you never hear them say them a take some vitamin and them a try to work out.
Very true. Very true.
A man will sit down and say, boy, I drink up some liquor last night, you know.
True.
Because I don't drink enough stuff, so I don't smoke, you know.
Seeing.
Man, as you get older, the engine where you have to take care of it.
Yeah.
You have to take care of it.
Yeah. True. Me do everything in moderation, but here what I understand that flushing is important, you know, wash out, that important, clean out your colon, clean out your intestines on a seasonal thing. Then I understand also that taking your vitamins, I understand also that getting a regular checkup at least once a year is very important as well. And all them things that we are talking about, yes, and exercise is extremely important.
You know what the number one stoppage mental? Blood pressure.
Yeah, high blood pressure. Higher
low blood pressure. Some man drink, and them know say the drinking affect them blood pressure.
Very true.
Blood pressure.
And that's a thing among
all of that thing there.
You know what? That's a thing among Caribbean men, not just Jamaica, but throughout the Caribbean. It's a cultural thing for us. When we go see doctor, when we are dead. That's when we go see doctor, when we are dying.
Really?
We not take go get your colon checked. No, no man push up.
Go buy a blood pressure machine and keep at your house. Not a simple something like that.
Right.
Buy a blood pressure machine and have at your house and you check your pressure daytime every day. Keep it inclined with your health, keep inclined with your blood flow and what go on with you.
Right.
And you can't go do that for hungry belly and all them something there. You have to eat some food first and all them things there.
Our diet is a big part of what's going on with us as well. You hear me talk already, right? I'm telling the man them say, you might have that woman where you say, boy, she can't cook enough. But every time she cook, right, a 10 pound of salt in your food, 2 bags of sugar in your food, whole heap of a whole heap of butter, oil and butter and all that, just to clog up your arteries. Your circulation is getting messed up. Them women here will cook you to death, honestly. Hey. And some of them just don't know. It's not intentional. She don't know because the food tastes good and she eat it too. But she just don't know. And then some of them don't care. Yeah, brother.
Me even go to buy a nanas and dog spot.
Mm-hmm.
Me I tell you what I want. Me hear people say, gravy all over. Me like, seriously? Pull it up a gravy, man.
Pull it up a gravy.
Like a soup, them
like a food. Swimming in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then something in the healthy feel.
Aye. Especially when you start go up in that age, you know. I would have said anybody past 35, you need to start adjusting the way you eat because the same things that you were able to burn off and your system process it out fast and you get back to it, you're no longer able to do that.
Fruits in the morning, water in the morning, exercise, brother.
Yeah.
If you don't like people, buy a machine and put in your house and exercise in your room.
Yeah. If you don't want to go gym.
Yeah.
Right.
Can't everybody like
or just walk. Just go for a walk. Can't everybody can afford machine to put in a room. Go for a walk. As long as your 2 legs them at work, go walk. Do a couple of laps around the block at a brisk pace. Raise the heart rate a little bit. Make it pump blood through the vessels and all that. Walk.
Hey,
just walking, yeah.
Before me start buying my gym equipment, then in my house, I have a inside gym for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Me utilize the furniture them in the house, you know, the chair, the face basin, me do everything, push up, back push, everything, you know.
See.
Yeah, you can use the furniture them in your house. And if you sit down on alone.
True. Very true, my friend. So yeah.
The elder them we can't move around so much again. You sit down in the chair and you move up your foot up and down, you know. And you take your time, you do what you have to see over here, you know. You have to work out, man. I have to take your vitamin. I can't live I go too.
Yes. But thank you for the knowledge. See?
Yeah, man. Bless up yourself.
Manners and respect. Let me see. Jane Anders says, well, cleaning out your colon every 3 months is just like your car. The gunk builds up, which is true. Now, we don't want to turn this into the man problem because we really don't know, but we're just saying, I don't think she gave us enough. She's complaining about herself not feeling anything. So that's why I do want to ask the woman them, is this real? And what could be happening there? Because in us sharing this, there might be somebody else here who's going through the same thing. And she just don't want to say it because it's embarrassing. See? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, SouFLo. How are you?
Good morning, fam. I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. So with that, she said 2 key things. She said she's not cheating, right. And she said that she went to the gym.
Right.
So in her mind, she's thinking maybe she's not attractive. And that could be a part where if a woman don't feel attractive, they don't feel the connection with their husband. They think they might be looking at somebody else or something like that.
Yeah, but
so they get.
But don't you still?
They don't feel.
Don't you still feel the thing, though?
No.
I mean the connection.
No, because it's mentally.
Really?
It's mentally. Yes, it's mentally. I've been through something like that where we argued for a week, and I didn't want to do anything because I didn't feel anything. And even when we did it, and I was still upset, it didn't feel right. So the connection's not there. But when the connection is there, you feel more.
I think my wife needs to do this topic on her channel because she got like a lot of women over there. I'll be very interested to hear what even she has to say about it. I hear what you're saying because you're a woman, so I can't even agree with what you're saying. I mean, I can't even disagree with what you're saying because I don't know. So all I can say is thank you for sharing that. But I, as a man, would think that even if she's say mad at you or she's not feeling like she's attracted to you, I think she would still feel that part interacting with that part, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you feel, but it's also a connection. Like when you watch, right? And when y'all do it, it is good because you know you feel cool with that connection, but physical attraction. But when a woman's not feeling attracted or not attracted to that man, it's just what it is. It's just sex. So it's also a mental thing.
So Michelle Howell is saying it's a mental thing. Yeah, Michelle Howell is also saying it's really mental, and your brain closes off in anger, or I guess in if you're not feeling like you're attractive for that person or whatever, and it will come
right. Or if you're not getting that, like this morning, we was getting ready for work, and he goes, "I had a dream about you," and I was like, "Well, what's the dream about?" Well, we did some stuff, and I was like, "Well, let's make it happen." And he's like, "Oh, you're so sexy," and stuff like that. When you get that affirmation, it's way better. We were all late for work this morning.
Oh, yeah. All right.
So that's what that is. When she say I'm not cheating, she might be thinking, well, he's cheating. Is he cheating? And when those questions go through your mind, you don't have that connection because you really want to ask and you don't have the kind of the gall to ask that question. So it bothers you. And it bothers you when you having that relations with someone. There's some things like when if you don't talk and you don't ask what, hey, what's your needs, or what's your drive, what do you want,
right,
you can't have that connection. That connection is gone. Like with you and your wife, y'all have a strong connection because you both have drive, you both love each other, you both have that strong bond, and that makes the sex better.
Got it. Damn. Wow. That's something for us to hear, men. That's something for us to hear. Because if that could make them lose feeling there, then hey, thank you for sharing. I appreciate you calling in.
Thank you.
All right. What? So I'm learning. I'm learning, and I see other women in here co-signing it. No, I was under the impression that they would still feel it anyways, but not be into it. You know what I'm saying? They would still feel it, but not be into it, and but not feeling it at all. No, that's got to be more. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Feel it anyways.
Yeah, SouFLo. Well, I know not on or something like that. I want to see about another thing. Hey. All right, so what you are going on? You see, the lady was just calling, well, not even the lady was just calling. You must say this part from my own experience, right? We recently I deal with this lady. Well, we've been dealing for a long while. She have a youth we're dealing with, and my youth. See? But, we've been dealing back and forth and whatnot.
See.
So, from what day I go at it and thing. And she has a boy, say, from having it there. She has been about 4 years now. And she has said, don't they just feel different? Mine is not our first child. Really and truly, me notice a difference. Because as me tell us, we've been there before, been there after. Seeing, and I tell us that there is a difference. So you see the thing.
What the difference? What is the difference?
You have,
yeah, what is the difference for you today?
It look more looser. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
It look looser.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And she said to me, but as a man, you're not gonna tell us, well, say it loose for true. But obviously, she, herself knows, because she said to herself, when time come out to 16, it's like it does not feel the same as before. Like it does not right down there. Which she have a point because it's true. It not so nice as before. You know what I mean? So, and I believe there's things that woman can do to get back themselves. Because one of them have you have to watch how you have sex. You know what I mean? Like you have sex too often. You have to make yourself heal up. You know what I mean? So, it's a thing where I think more someone knows say if them stay good or if them not stay good, is that not a lot will come and say it. You understand what I say?
See.
Yeah, but yeah, that but don't want to share that still, you know what I mean?
All right, thank you. Cause that give me
Yeah,
some
man,
good
bless yourself.
insight. Manners here.
Yeah, man.
All right. We're gonna get into the we're gonna get into the Mr. Vegas and bounty killer thing in a minute, right? No one that will be like the last 10 minutes. We got 4 more minutes to that. But me not put my wife business out there or nothing, but I'm sure she probably wouldn't tell nobody this. But I swear to you, after my wife had our children, it was brand new. Like me here, I said, she not feel the same. Like shouldn't in a feel, it's not what it was or whatever, but not for me. For me, that thing was gripping even tighter than before. So me no know. Maybe different bodies. I mean, we're all individuals, so my body might not do something where your body is doing that kind of thing. So it's not. This is probably not even a one size fits all kind of conversation. So and in their situation, it might be a bunch of different things. Maybe my money not say the right things, not flex the right way. I don't know. Maybe it's all of the above. What she was saying. Be a boy there. Why you never come help me with this?
Honestly, it can be three things. It can be she's emotionally not there with the person that she's with, or like she don't get affirmation. She's not getting the affirmation that she need. That she's sexy, she look good, he's attracted to her. They're just going about their business in passing, and then just to have sex just because they feel like they're obligated to have sex. And then next thing can be her hormones are out of whack. When you come to the US and you eat all the food and you drink all the water and drink all the juice and stuff, it's not the same compared to when you go back to Jamaica. Your body have to get reacquainted, readjusted, all that. That can be the second thing. And the third thing is she can be premenopausal and she's going into that phase of her life and her body is requiring her to make some changes and do some things. It's like when you have kids. After you have kids, there's certain things that you have to do to get your body readjusted. And what the man called and said about the yoni eggs and the yoni washing, it's very true. It is very true.
Let me know see you have some yoni stuff over there.
I do, and I do it often. I do it like once every 3 months, depending on how I feel and all that. So he's right. But she needs to figure out which one of the three it is because it can be a plethora of issues that she's going through. And yes, if a woman is not there, she's not going to feel anything. It's going to be like, and that's how a lot of women survive rape. They're not there, so they're numb. The action is taking place.
So it's a mental blocking.
It's a mental blocking, well, which end up being physical blocking also. So, yeah.
Thank you. Hey, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Me no know none of them something there. Me know say me go in the bathroom and me go see yoni products and these things though. So when the man talk about it, me know say she have it over there and these kind of things and she do her thing and thing. But me I one of them wonder where one time me bucking night and me I feel I cuss bad word and like what acting on this oh girl no. Yeah, I want this and I mean I have no problem. Thank God. But life is funny like that. We go through our changes and then things ain't what they used to be anymore. Which brings me to, let me close out this segment like this, which brings me to the journey of a relationship, right? Whether you want marriage it or you want long distance it or long term it, however you want to look at it, either way, for me is a marriage. So, which brings me to this. There are going to be different changes throughout your marriage. So you can't be hung up on, oh, my uncle there because wife I want tight hole and every time I go there like and then now it loose and I don't want no more her, I don't like her no more like that neither. So I gotta go out there and search and find somebody else that got one of what she used to have. Same thing vice versa. Him used to beat down these walls and him used to rock tiff hard and now me not feel nothing cause it droopy and this is the hard conversation that it's important to have. You know what I'm saying? Or you will lose your things. Yeah. You don't tell me what to do. I'm good at doing what I have to do. Karen Notice says, don't tell me what to do. I'm good at doing what I have to do. I mean, I know what that means still, but yes to everything wifey just said. Annette Henry said, see, me don't know them things. That's why I needed the women, because I'm not a woman. And I've never been a woman, and I'm never going to be a woman. But we need to hear from women, to include my wife. So shout out to the brothers them out there. Listen. Shout out to them. Cause enough man don't listen, especially Caribbean men. This is one of the biggest complaints from Caribbean women is that me can't tell him this and that, and me don't know how to say that. Can get offended if me even suggest say like relax, bro, relax. You in it with her, you want to hear her opinion, because me I tell you, say nothing sweeter than when time she up on the same page with you and have one open understanding of things. That when time place get wet up, if you know what I mean. Right? All right. With that said, guys, a girl that looks tough, as Jamaican call it, is tight in every alley. Michelle Howell. Exactly. Yeah, don't tell me what to do. I'm good at. Okay. Somebody says, what is yoni? You know what? I'm going to have wifey do her. Babe, you got live today? I don't know if she goes live today. I know she goes live once a week. But I'm gonna have her do one of them woman sessions because she can tell you about this product and where to get it, and all this. Yeah, it's. You go live today? What time? All right, so she go live today. So y'all can go check out her channel. Huh? 3? All right, she go live today at 3 p.m. So go check out her stuff and here, and she'll tell you where to get it from, the one that she has and all that. See? Top tell our business. Me not tell no more. Me not tell no more. Me just I said, why God is good all the time. Yeah, that part. But we could go back around here so now. The last part of the morning now. We go off that topic. Mr. Vegas run up. I don't know if y'all heard this song. Shout out to the dancehall people that are in here. I'm gonna say this right now. Exit the room if you don't like curse words. I'm playing this song last because me want to be able to cut it back out. But I want to listen to it with Uno. See? Mr. Vegas introduced the song, and Mr. Vegas used Foota Hype. But let me play the song first. Mr. Vegas used Foota Hype voice when time Foota Hype did that. Now, Mr. Vegas and Foota no depend no good terms. But when Foota and Bounty.
Can you get them deep catches? Can you pick out and butter? You! When the girl say the tongue stiff, so you can try to get them on me.
Somebody could not tell me, say, yeah, so them easy to tell. Me not even use up the infrared. Rodney shot all downtown and I beg when he get a couple lead. Why run up? If you think so, you're mad and you need that well still. Alright, run up. I'll get you one, get you one.
Wait, hold on. If you don't know it, Bounty Killer, Mr. Vegas are going at it. I'm absolutely surprised at Mr. Vegas. Me know that Mr. Vegas is a good artist already, and I've always said that about him. Even when we didn't have the words, that's one thing when I always say about him, because I've seen him perform multiple times live, tear down stage every time, full of energy. But me never know. So him did have them kind of skills, yeah, when it comes to the clash thing. I am asking myself, after listening to them 2 songs where Mr. Vegas put out, is Bounty Killer really ready for this? Because this is not back in the day war, this is some up to the time thing, and whoever is building these rhythms for Mr. Vegas and the lyrical content. All right, we're going to go back in on this again. Yeah. It's no joke thing. Him not playing. Let me see. Run it back front top again.
Can you get them deep catches? Can you pick out and butter? You!
clash, you know.
Somebody could not tell me, say, gas so them easy fi dead. Me not even use up the infrared. Rodney shot call down crowd and a bed when he get a couple lead. Why run up? If you think so you're mad and you need that well feel. Alright, run up. I tell you want be a part of the crime scene. Try run up. Let me circle your wines and empty out the magazine. Why run up? Better never know, so me ever just rise up on the scene. Alright, run up. You act like you're bad, but we know you are proud. Pineapple grenade in the world hard. Not up in the mag, funeral a keep. One bag of man group up on a ball. Pass me the game, let me catch it on the wall. 100 body dead on the church lawn, and she no get gone. Vybz Kartel see your death and a laugh. Can't believe him father gets a slap. But a body where you link out, you soon can't talk. That's why you get a stroke in your bumbo clan. Pepper seed ready, rifle ready to bag. And you want to beg your father Shawn Slam. Pick up safety boy cause him right and they gone. Remember me from on the sea Sudan. Pussy should get gunshot from Holland.
Yo! No man! What? Run it through.
If you think so you're mad, you need that well feel. Alright, run up. I tell you want be a part of the crime scene. Try run up. Let me circle your wings and empty out the magazine. Why run up? Better never know, so me ever doesn't right up on the vaccine.
Yeah.
Run up.
Yeah.
Finger on the trigger, me never ever hit ya. Shot can't done, remember man rich ya. Every day you get up and I talk about fish, but you have two sons, well love is up liquor. Man the list, Tony Mackie never got the viral. The jealousy no come man can't write the miss. In a this a warrior target practice, you know foreign freaking is. The better fight take a week we drop one song, but I stop war with him, I go war lady and he come in and the war with him, nerf on a jam, I fight back him with the hammer when him use beat to man. Why run up? If you think so you're mad and you need that help.
Yeah!
Alright, run up. I tell you what, be a part of the crime scene.
Yeah, no,
run up. Let me circle your wings and empty out the magazine. Why run up? Better never know, so me but doesn't rise up on the vaccine. Alright, run up.
Wait there. Hold on. We should have taken the call that we are coming just now, you know. Me play the whole song one time because of copyright infringement and all these things. I forgot to chop out the song there because I don't want them to take on my whole video. But listen, tell me if I lie, me I tell. Hold on there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Listen.
Why you ask it to me?
The first me I hear this. Was sound, my first heard the song. But this is 2 for 2. I don't know who is counting. Mr. Vegas get 2 pints.
All right.
Bounty Killer have -4.
All right.
It can multiply.
Yeah.
I got the math.
Yo.
Yes, sir?
Yeah. Yo.
Because that song there is an actual. You know, normally when you read this song, and the back and forth, it's like a little, you know, it's relative to the argument, but this song can drop real.
The man saying better than go war a lady and the pedophile take 1 week for write one song. It better me go war a lady and like you're not ready for this yet. And I don't know. I hold Bounty Killer to a high standard. This I don't know. A war go on, you know. A war go on. And eventually you're going to have to pick sides. See?
I think we should take this one out. I think this one is too much. This is, you know what happened? At the degree, you know. At the degree what Vegas did. You think
what you say?
What you say
at the degree? At the schooling. Yo. Nah, man. Them, me not like, wait them. Me gonna go through the words in a minute because some people here say them don't understand what's being said. So let me break it down for them, all right? All right, manners. Hold on there. I come in when we think we should have take. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Morning, fam. What going on?
pause this TV.
Yeah.
Yo, Vegas figure park himself, you know.
He figure park himself?
Yeah, man, he figure sit on park bench because me never kill man over blood clip Vegas song yet.
Yeah, selector.
Hold on. Vegas, let me tell you, figure touch bounty in past the borderline.
Nobody no business about that though. A war. All gloves are off. And that's the thing. So, if me to start be biased, if I was to start being biased, right, I would actually choose bounty side. People who know me know that Vybz Kartel are my artist that. And through the lineage comes Bounty Killer, which is Fluid General. So to see me having to say, yo, listen, one time Kartel and Mavado did a war. Remember when Kartel did the song where him said, remember when Mavado did the song where he said, me will send Shorty up a horizon, come poison you. And something about play with them little kids them and buy them ice cream while have your wife on my dick and make some nice screams and these things and they scream out in our back. Me say, yo, Kartel I forgot answer this. And him look like he more need some help with it because, and even though that's my favorite artist. So me not like hear review from people that can be biased and no matter what, them stick to one side. Me not have no favorites like that. I want to be honest. And the honest thing is, Mr. Vegas burn up the last two.
You play neutral.
But me not play neutral, brother. Vegas burn up them two track away. Just Lego is nothing but straight fire, and it has me worried for Bounty Killer. So Bounty have to come now forward with something strong to make we say, all right then, see ya. But until then, him get a beaten twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hear what
Straight
you're
up.
saying. I hear what you're saying.
Straight up, fam. Him get a beaten twice. We have to be honest. See?
But the only song me have for Vegas, you know, on the real song, and I tip a glance to my dad for that, eh? They're straight, but I'm straight.
Boy.
And that's the only song me have for Vegas. Every song for Bounty, when we go for boy, a Bounty we play. When we are
because Vegas, but that's not Vegas Avenue, and this is what makes this so amazing. Everybody know Mr. Vegas for broke it down, and I am blessed, and all these kind of songs.
Yeah.
You don't know Mr. Vegas for catch a rifle on the wall. You don't know Mr. Vegas for drive road at your place and wet up the whole light. You don't know him for that kind of person. So now that he's forward like this, me not think about it ready for all this. Me think him did not go hear a broke it down and laugh after the man. And him not get that. Him get grenade, pineapple grenade. Him get all Foota Hype get beaten. Foota Hype get drought and box up in this tune of him.
So everybody are waiting for the counteraction.
We are waiting. Matter of fact, I put notify me over Bounty Killer something because Bounty supposed to be dropping a track today. I'm going to go over there and look, see if him put up anything. I didn't see nothing. I just saw something that says something will be going up today. So I'm going to hit notify me. So as soon as it go up, me get notified. And it better be something good. It better be something good because like the last caller said, Vegas gone two already. Boy, brother. You know, hear the song, man. Let me break down the song for some people. Let me break down the song for some people.
Don't look like that, you know.
Eh?
Vegas don't look like that.
This is not his thing, but it look like this is his thing. Let me break this down for people who don't understand real quick. Coming out much time. So manners and respect here.
All right. Big up.
Big up yourself.
All right. Yeah. All right.
All right. Hold on there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Morning, fam. What go on?
Good day, Ali.
Yeah, you need to call out.
Hey, I know
this is the legendary Lady Al, everybody. You hear your name call out.
Hey, this one is here. And the bed broke to put piece of Vegas from in the song. The buyer parlor. And what them said that this one is very personal.
All right.
Come to I'm not taking the side. I'm just
Load up your speaker there for me, cause we can't hear you. I may have my speakers loud and you still sound low.
What I'm saying,
there you go.
I'm not taking any side. I'm just speaking justice.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of them have to remember me dead. I dance out from me a 16-year-old, I know me a 61. People them say me a one that me have one of the biggest hit of all time.
Yeah, you know watch them kind of talk they do.
But me don't watch them talk.
All right.
All right. What I'm saying, Bounty Killer is a giant in a dancer, and he's also a column in a dancer, and he's also a bully in a dancer. Bounty Killer bully Vegas and other artists for over 20 years. And he keep doing it, and at the time we didn't have the internet and we didn't have certain things. So Vegas and the rest of the artists then was bullied. Some of them did blacklisted, some of them career done. Vegas is a smart little youth, you know, for marketing money, and they doing things and they stay on top. They never met. I remember one time, you know, Sister Shawn take one particular side and I said, oh, Vegas for miserable, and I church and say, son, you know, say Vegas for miserable. They just have a fire more than can't handle. Watch that you never prevail. Right. And she see for herself. All right. When I was so enough people not know, enough for the fans, you know. I understand everybody have them favorite people, you know, but the truth need to be told. And some of them artists are running. They not even know where I want. That's why I want to put them enter and music even before some of them ban. Facts. And a person can't take up so much. Facts. And you keep coming to a person like if you back up the cat in against the wall, where the cat are going to be more scratching with your own, right? All right. For years, this man in take on Merciless, in take on Beanie, the daddy I don't mind take on Beanie. Come remember them time they been a shocking guys crew. But Beanie didn't have Patrick Roberts and the crew, and Beanie never afraid. So Beanie stand up to him. Him they have the bucket tip. Yes. Vegas them, Lexus them, Merciless them, now the bucket tip. And remember Monty Johnson, the crew are rolling Monty. Beanie them, Monty them, and Vegas them, and they come like, the man just walk over. But remember, they are aging and they are growing. Vegas never get kicked out because in smart, in using money, and in marketing himself. Yeah. So and now him reach a place now where him can talk. Yes. Yeah. And having money will help him and do it. Right. Lexus them never did that things like how Vegas them that thing that you can fight for, but we use the money and help ourselves. They never think like Vegas. So Vegas using money, keeping career on top, go other places where they accept him and work in way to the top. All right. Once internet coming. All right. Remember the one I go on for the pedo boy, you know. In a tree and Vegas, you know, remember Vegas to mama testify the first time, you know. And in the answer, and now sort of him calling Vegas and him carry and you know if he put a sting to a man name. Yeah, and it's sticking up. Oh, you mean it's stick, yeah, it's stick. Hurt, you know. A bounty called Vegas, gear gas or gear gas, and that stuck for years to up till now, you know. Yo, in one of them, my beer shop get it, you know. Lady Shawn, everybody get it. Jaja. Everybody get it. But like you said, nobody couldn't fight him because by the giant. They couldn't win. But Vegas using money, in strength, and got educate himself. Family in a Christian dance, I never say a distant bad, so family bad out of the mother. Me not lie. Bad is this time never see. Me not lie. Me not. All right, my legend. Remember, said this year now, born to start up at the war. I'm born to start it up in a same total Vegas, you know. Well, right Vegas, you know, murder Vegas, you know. Well, well, well. You can't come back to understand. You don't put up the white flag. Let's see. Make we hear where more go on with. Make we hear where more go on with. It a drop today. So me are there tomorrow morning. I'll talk about it. Angel do that. Keep preach. Delirant. Them man the fail. B.F. Kelly. And this one of them, so when start.
Let me break down the song a few people who can't understand what just said. All right. All right. Jaja. Yo, yeah, no man. We can't take no more call right now, you know. All right. First of all, what Vegas did with this song. The song is brilliantly stitched together. I don't have more than I have to go ask wife if you give me an extra 5-10 minutes, because she have to go about her thing. So, first of all, what Vegas did, how him stitch the song together, him use an intro from Foota Hype. And that intro was when Foota and Bounty Killer was going at it. But here what? Him a go against Foota in a this song, because Foota out there chat about him as far as this clash goes with Killer, right? So him use Foota own words, you know. So it make it seem like how you aside with him now when this is what you said about him before. So that's where you hear the intro to the song where Foota said, Killer, lick out all bottom, and the woman them saying tongue stiff. So Bounty can't chat to me, can't talk to all me. Foota Hype words him use. That wasn't Vegas saying that in the beginning. See? So it's convenient now that you want to come war with me when I saw you did not talk about the man before. And then there's parts in here where he referred to Rodney Price, which is Bounty Killer name, as Rhodesha. But you know, all is fear in love and war. Bounty been a call him gay gas. So now I call him Rhodesha. Run up. If you think you're bad and you name Tankwell Steele, you might tell him to run up. Right? Because I have something for you, run up. Of course, him talk about catch a rifle on the wall, drive around and place and shoot it up. Vybz Kartel. The part when him drawing Vybz Kartel, he said, Vybz Kartel see your death and laugh because I can't believe same father gets so soft. Vybz Kartel is the leading person in dancehall music. There's no other artist above him as far as who's on the throne now, kind of thing. And Kartel whole Killer to a high standard. See, him put out song the other day that says, you know, Killer the real general, and anybody say anything about that get kuff, and all the others. Well, here's Vegas. Vegas is saying, Kartel see this and laugh because Kartel can't believe same father gets us off. That's why you get a strokes in your bumbo clot, a Foota Hype him did attack. If y'all remember, Foota had a stroke back in the day, right? And him they end up in a wheelchair with a whole heap of something attached to him and all these things. But him left Foota there so and ball out to Andrew Holness now. May please beg your pardon, Shawn Storm. Shawn Storm was tried and convicted along with Vybz Kartel, but Shawn Storm is a very good songwriter. And what Vegas is saying is that and them youth used to write for Bounty Killer, but since them they are jail and the rest dispersed, Bounty thing water down is like him can't write for himself. So Andrew Holness, please pardon Shawn Storm so him can help the boy write a good song. That kind of stuff. So that's why I'm going with that. Me and the crime, and then of course him sampling Bounty voice. I don't know what Bounty was doing with Crime Stop. But how you over here talk about Badman and gun lyrics and all this, but you're working with Crime Stop. See? So you're confused. But he put Bounty old words in there. Me and Crime Stop are going to come together and all that. Everybody you get, yo, the man stitch it. You have to understand that. That's why I love this, you know. All right. The man said every day you get up and talk about fish. Because that's all Killer call him. Bounty Killer always call Vegas gay gas. Fish, yes, this, that, fear beer, fish. The man said every day I get up and I chat about fish. But you have 2 sons. We love to suck dick. Yo, the man said, yo, but you know what? If you go do your own research, go out there, Google, look it up, see if Bounty Killer have any sons that might be what Mr. Vegas said they are. Every day you get up and I talk about fish, but you have 2 sons who love to suck dick. All right, sir. How did I get into this? A Foota Hype voice that is saying, how did I get into this? So I'm sample Foota voice from somewhere. How did I get into this? And right away, him said, next pan the list. Turn the Mac 11 pan the viral bitch. A Foota Hype say I'm a viral king, right? But Vegas said, next pan the list. How did I get into this? Your Foota ball out. Turn the Mac 11 pan the viral bitch. Mr. Vegas said, well, skin out for a man car like him is a little miss. So this happened for real. Foota did come up, Foota did there for it. And I think it was a Maserati or something like that. So I'm skin out for the man them car front. So everybody has say, yo, Foota make a come up. You know, I make good money now. We buy a nice luxury car. And we get to find out say it was a man car. And in the skin out for front of a man car. I don't know if it was a rented vehicle from a luxury place or if it was somebody car. I know say I never Foota cars. So the talk was, yo, dog, you skin up on the man them car front like your girl. You know when your car girl go club, and then after we are gonna take picture and them spread out on the front of the car, and I saw Foota did that go on according to. But me did see the picture then. It was a red car. Remember that. All right. We're soon done. Vegas goes on to say, in this war, you are only a target practice. I'm talk about Foota again. Skin up on the man them car like a little miss. In this warrior, you are only target practice. Yoch, you love foreign freakiness. The people then him say with Bounty, finish him right there. So the pedophile take a whole week to drop one song. You better me stop war with him and go war Lady Ann. And that was Lady Ann you just hear Colleen just now. Lady Ann, legendary in dancehall. Some people are talking about she only have one song, but there's enough people out there who never even get one song that made a hit. See? So she said, and that them say, and that she work with it. She has longevity in the game and she is still being mentioned, and that's it. It's like young people are, oh, get your old ass out of here, and they're 22. And they'll say that to somebody who's 60. And you know, a smart person will tell you, say, well, we see enough people drop out at 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3. So you know, say you talk to a 60-year-old, you're 22, you have a long way to go. I'm sure you want to live till you reach 22. Let's see if you make it. And let's see if you make it in good shape. All these things. Anyway, big up to Lady Ann, same way. The man said him come in at the war with him Nerf gun, a jam. Him come in at the war with him Nerf gun, a jam. And you know the Nerf gun them don't fire real bullets. And that day him come in with and it a jam. Right? I want to box him with the hammer where him use beat woman. Remember, Miss Ivy had to carry Bounty Killer go to church because Bounty had apparently used the hammer. Allegedly, I wasn't there, didn't see it. Used this hammer on his partner, and he was in trouble. And that's when visa did get taken from the America, from USA because of domestic violence and all these things. One bag of something, but the way how about me done talk. Listen, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow right here, God's Pure Life. Bounty Killer song I'm gonna drop today. I want to hear it, and it better be something good. Because hey, listen, hey, go listen to it. Mr. Vegas, run up. Go over YouTube. I'll see. See you tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.